Alrighty, BB40 back with another Tower of Zombies video on Roblox. And today I'm playing with a couple of friends. I just met this guy, Dev here, yesterday. And I noticed he was at, when I first saw him, I think he was at like 995 wins in extreme mode. And he did his 1000th win yesterday. And I apologized to him because I should have, I went back in like a couple of minutes. I had left after chatting with him for a little bit, and I wanted to play the Infinite Towers. After a couple minutes, I thought, shoot, I should run with him and record his 1000th victory. So I popped back in there, and he had already gone in. I had missed him. I thought about it just a little bit too late. So we ended up running again today. And I'm doing this video for him and my other friend, 707 there. So that they could see themselves in the game. I don't know if they've ever seen themselves actually playing from another player's perspective before, but I just thought I would do that. Now, Dev he's been playing pretty much since about the time the game was first created back in July. You can check the page. I think it's July 23rd where the game was created. It's the same developers, Undead developers, who did Zombie Mayhem, a game that I played quite a bit and did a few videos on. And so I put this off. I didn't start playing this game till February 2nd was the first day I decided to play it, because I always sucked at obbies. So I wanted to just wait a while. There was other things I was working on. I was playing Zombie Uprising, getting the Prestige 5 on my alt character and doing videos for Zombie Uprising. Still occasionally popping into Zombie Mayhem. So as I was saying, it's the same developers. If you play Zombie Mayhem, you'll see all these same zombies in that game. And there's actually a few more different zombies in Zombie Mayhem than there are in this game, as far as varieties of zombies. So I do recommend, if you like this game and you play it, I do recommend playing Zombie Mayhem once or twice just to see the other zombies that are not in this game. They even brought over the same 4 boss zombies from Zombie Mayhem into this game. I keep forgetting the names of them all, but you'll see them as we kill them. The name pops up when you kill them. It tells you which ones you killed. There's a blue zombie that spawns this ring of zombies. It's Necro something. I can't even pronounce it. If you look at the name, I challenge anybody to actually be able to pronounce the name of that Necro boss. So I just call him Necro for short. There's a red zombie boss that also comes from Zombie Mayhem, and a green one, which is the Venomous Wretch, if I remember right. And there's one with these pink hands that spawns these little black racer zombies. He's also from Zombie Mayhem. And he does the same thing in that game. He keeps spawning these little black racer zombies that, if you're not careful, they outrun you. They are faster than you, the little black guys. And if you hesitate for a second, just slow down for a second or come to a pause for just a fraction of a second, that's when they hit you. But if you keep moving, the constant pace, you won't have to worry about getting hit by those things. But they are quite annoying when you're fighting the bosses, and he's constantly spawning these little black runners chasing after you all the time. So you got to pretty much kind of take them out as soon as you can. But anyway, so they did a Valentine's event, and Dev there has this Valentine's gun that he got, I guess, from the wheel spins. And it is quite a gun. I've never seen it in action before, so one of the reasons I wanted to play with him is I wanted to see how that gun worked. And it seems to shoot out these heart-shaped rounds. It's kind of funny to look at and see, but see the little hearts flying through the air. And I've never even seen the gun in action before, so I missed the Valentine's events. I didn't even get a chance to even spin the wheel to try to get these different weapons that came out in that event. So, but it's a really cool gun. Very strong. Seems a very powerful gun. So I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to get it one day. If they ever do another event and offered guns or similar guns again, maybe next Valentine's Day next year, they may run the same event and offer the same guns again on the wheel. We'll see. I have to wait a year until I can get it. And they also did there's another gun that I've seen that's similar. It's smaller. It shoots these kind of red balls. I'm not sure what they are, but I've seen the gun in action from another player. And also a very cool sword. I don't know if it's multiple swords or just one sword that they offered on the wheel during the Valentine's event, but it was a pretty good sword. It's actually stronger than the katana. I've seen other players use it a couple times. It's a very good weapon. I love the katana myself. It's the best melee weapon that you can get, for free by earning, $7 and buying it from the loadout inventory of available weapons. So if you're kind of new at this game, my recommendations are to get that melee, the katana, as soon as you can. It's a very, very good weapon. I use it quite a bit in Infinite Towers. It's a must-have weapon if you want to try to go far in Infinite Towers. You can watch my video on that and see what I'm talking about. As far as secondary guns, I managed to get this ice crusher off the wheel spin. It's a very, very good gun. I use it probably more than any other gun in the game because of the fact that it can, in this mode, extreme, hard mode, and normal mode, it gives you more money than most of the other guns do when you kill zombies with it. So it really helped me level up quick and get this rainbow skin you see on my gun right here. The gun I'm holding now is a Soul Reaper. It also comes off of the wheel spin. So I managed to get, actually got the Ice Crusher really quick, like my first or second day of actually playing this game. I was lucky and got the Ice Crusher. Soul Reaper came about 3 or 4 days later. So I don't know if I've seen a lot of players with these different guns, so I think the game is pretty generous with landing on these guns from the wheel spin. So if you just keep trying the wheel spin, you get them eventually. So, and I was, if you watch one of my early videos, you'll see that I was really happy with the katana. The katana in Zombie Mayhem, it's the same. A lot of these weapons are the same, although this game has more weapons than Zombie Mayhem does. They added more. You got the AK-47 in Mayhem, you got the Striker, you got the Spas, you got a lot of the same guns, but this game has like, gosh, maybe a dozen more guns than Zombie Mayhem has, primary guns. Secondaries, I think there's maybe one new gun. I know there's one new melee. They have got this thing called the Hatchet, which is not in Zombie Mayhem, but they have it in this game. But I think all the secondaries are the same. If you don't have the, if you don't manage to get the Ice Crusher off the spin, the Deagle is the strongest secondary weapon. Besides that, I think the MAC-10 might be a good one to use. I liked the 5.7. I believe it was. Yes, the 5.7 in Zombie Mayhem. It's a pretty decent secondary gun. So, but primaries, some of the best primaries in the game, I would say, is the Uzi, AK-47, the Spas, not too bad. Just has a kind of a long reload time compared to other guns. The M60, pretty good. I've seen a mobile player use the VSS one time, and I was really surprised at how strong it was for the mobile player. I tried it out myself, and I did not find it to be all that strong of a gun. So I hardly ever used the VSS. But it is a fairly strong gun compared to most. Actually, in this game, I don't know if you just saw that. Just if you want to back up it here, Dev just pulled out that sword. It's a pretty sharp-looking sword. So, yes, primaries. I mean, most primaries are actually not too bad. Most of them, because once you get them, some of the upgrades that you can get. Once you buy the gun and you earned a bunch of kills and levels, I don't know if it's levels for the gun, but you get a lot of kills for the gun and Zombucks. You earn Zombucks. You actually have to earn Zombucks to buy the guns initially anyway. So, but There's also, if you get more Zombucks, you can upgrade the guns in the loadout. You can add different features. One of the features is like adding a silencer to the gun that makes it helps it take the zombies down quicker by adding more damage. Usually anywhere from 1 to 5 extra damage points for just adding the silencer. There's other things that help you to aim, cut back on recoil and things like that. So I recommend a lot of the doing the upgrades when you can. If you have a favorite gun that you like to use all the time, just get whatever upgrades you can on it. So, and plus when you get up here, you want to do what we've all been doing, is hit that. It's called a pack-a-punch in a lot of other games. It just calls it upgrader. In this game, that blue machine over there, you stick your guns in there when you get 5,000 points and you can upgrade your guns, which basically doubles the strength of everything in your gun. Whatever gun it is, it'll double the strength of it. It does not, I think maybe some guns it might increase reload or decrease reload times, help you reload the guns quicker, I'm not sure. But they just did an update, and I may do a video on this update that they did here just a few days ago, where they added all these gun actions, reload actions, and some movement actions. The only good thing I've seen out of the whole batch of changes to the guns is that the minigun looks a lot cooler now than it did before. I really like the way the minigun looks now. But the bad thing about this last update, which I'm not happy about, is it slowed down all the guns. It slowed down their reload times. I mean, a lot of guns, it's kind of strange that sometimes this gun here, my Soul Reaper, I would go in one day, play a game, and it's like there was no reload time at all. It would just be constantly shooting with hardly a half a second reload time. But other days I go in and it reloads like it's doing right now. And it takes a couple seconds for it to do. Right here it's doing a reload. It takes a couple seconds to do reload. It never did that before. And so the new upgrade, what they did to all the different guns. All the different guns have these reload actions now. And it takes longer than they did before. So they slowed down the gun action, increasing the reload times, which I'm not happy about with this update. I mean, it looks, you know, maybe it looks a little cooler to see yourself actually reloading the gun, but it hurts the effectiveness of the gun. I'm not happy with that. So we end up going through all the bosses. When you're in extreme mode, you start off with 3 rounds of bosses with 2 bosses in each round, and then you get 2 rounds of bosses with 3 bosses in each round. And then from there, it just keeps adding bosses. You get 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8. For some reason, it skips 9. You don't get 9 bosses at once. It goes from 8 right to 10. So, but it gets pretty intense when you start getting 8 or 10 bosses in here. I mean, right now I think we've got 4, but still only 3. Yeah, I guess only 3 still. Oh, and the players got knocked over there. I think Dev's going to get him up. So, yeah, I mean, this game is pretty fun. I pretty much hung back, especially you saw that going up the obby. These guys wanted to really zoom ahead and get up there really quick, which they did. I think we get up there. We're going to rewind back to the beginning. I think it's like round 6, which is pretty darn good for extreme mode. Well, maybe round 7. But now we finally hit round 10. Round 10, I would say that you do not want to be out on the obby when you get to round 10, because that's when the fire zombies come out, these burning red guys here. And they are the toughest, you know, zombie in the game besides the bosses. It takes quite a few more shots to take down a fire zombie. In Mayhem, they call them burnt zombies. And it's the same type of deal. You would have, in Mayhem, you get this burnt zombie event where this sudden alarm goes off, and all these burnt zombies start spawning out of the spawns and chasing after you. They are faster than any other zombie. They are stronger than any other zombie. But they do give, in Mayhem, they'll give you a lot more XP and money. Yeah, it's if you kill them while they're still burning. Mayhem gives you this option of pulling a fire alarm to weaken the burnt zombies. But I tend to try to, in Mayhem, I tend to try to just kill them all because they give so much more extra XP and money and everything, so, and Zombucks. So, this game, they call them fire zombies. And they're the only zombie in the game that will drop what's known as a fire bullet. Oh, in Mayhem it's called an incendiary bullet. They're the only ones who will drop that bullet. And I talk about it quite a bit in my other videos. This one right there, I want to go grab it. And the reason you want to grab these guys is because it also doubles the strength of your rounds. And you watch I start shooting these zombies, see how quickly their health goes down? You can visibly notice the health dropping with me shooting them with a fire bullet. So my strategy, what I like to do a lot of times if I go into extreme mode, going solo, I will tend to, when I start getting to 5 or 6 bosses, I will keep the last one alive, and I'll just weaken it till it has just a little bit of green health left, and then I'll wait till I kill a fire zombie and get a fire bullet. And as soon as I get a fire bullet, as soon as I see one drop, I'll kill the boss and start the countdown for the next round. It's exactly 1 minute between boss rounds, but it's also exactly 1 minute that a fire bullet will stay out on the floor, and then once you pick it up, it stays active for a minute. So you need to use that to your advantage. So that's why what I do is I wait until I get a fire bullet. I see one drop from killing a fire zombie, and then I kill the boss. So there's only a couple seconds in between. So all I have to do, as the counter counts down for the next boss round, I just watch that counter, and when it gets down to about 5 seconds, 5 or 10 seconds, I'll go grab that fire bullet. And that way it'll stay active for close to a minute while I'm fighting the bosses, shooting the bosses. I can take the bosses down much, much quicker. It's just a strategy I do on my own. It's very difficult to do if you're playing with multiple players because you can't get a fire bullet for everybody. And other players are shooting those fire zombies, so you don't know if you're going to ever get your hands on a fire bullet or not. So, when fighting the bosses, I tend to like to obviously jump. Jumping really does help a lot. And if you get the bosses, the necros that spawn the ring of zombies, well, this guy right in front of me there, the pink one that spawns the little black racers, I tend to pull out my ice crusher here because it'll kill 20 zombies in one shot because of the effective damage range of because it shoots explosive rounds basically. So anything within that explosion diameter area will get damaged by the shots from this ice crusher. So if you got a lot of zombies being spawned running around out here, then you've got to use the ice crusher to kill them. It helps a lot, unless you can just stay in front of them, just keep dragging them around behind you, which you can do if you're careful and keep an eye on the zombies, because none of these zombies, except for those black races I was talking about, none of these guys can run you. The bird zombies, these fire zombies, even though they are the strongest, they are the slowest. So it's just another strategy. If you check out my other videos, if I'm wanting to go to the mystery box or even fight the bosses and not have to deal with a whole horde of zombies coming around, I'll keep one of those fire zombies alive so that he's running around with the bosses, and I try not to kill him. But it ends up happening sometimes. But so the reason I want to keep him alive is because I've actually been killed quite a few times, not by the bosses, but by the other zombies that are running around with the bosses. So if you can keep one of those fire zombies alive, you don't have to worry about another whole zombie spawn coming after you. You'll just have that one boss, that one fire zombie out there. And the reason I also picked the fire zombie for that purpose is because the fire zombies are strong. They're the strongest zombie, the hardest ones to kill. So I can accidentally shoot them a few times and they won't drop down. So there's those little black races I'm talking about. That guy right there I'm shooting with the like the wizard hat. He's the pink, I call him the pink zombie. I forget what his name is actually, but he's the one that spawns those little black racers. And that's the only zombie in the game that can outrun you. They're actually faster than you. But they will not hit you. He's called the venomous. Oh, the venomous fish got killed. Yetikar? I don't know what that is. That must have been the. So there's that necro summoner. Necro summoner. It's the hard one to describe. He's the one that spawns the ring of zombies, the necro. That other one, gosh, he must have been the scarecrow guy. It must have been his name. So, but now as far as which bosses are the hardest or the most dangerous, the green one, the venomous wretch, I would say is the most dangerous boss of the bunch because it's the strongest. Not really the strongest, but his what he shoots at you, every single one of these bosses shoots something at you. But he shoots like this double green plasma balls at you, and they are very strong. They'll damage you for 40% if they hit you. And even if you are standing against the wall somewhere, and he shoots the wall next to you, it'll damage you for the same amount. So you got to stay away when you get those. I usually try to kill them first. There's one right there. I'm shooting them right now. I usually try to take them down first because of the amount of damage that they do. And me being close to the wall is dangerous. I try to stay off the wall because the splash damage, when they shoot at you, if they hit the wall next to you and you're up against the wall, he'll still damage you pretty good. So you got to watch out for that. Those guys are the worst of the bunch as far as how much damage they do. The next ones are those, I want to talk about the pink one, the pink wizard hat guys who spawns the little black racers, simply because those little black racers are fast and they hit you harder than most other zombies do. They can outrun you and they can hit you pretty hard. So that's why I try to take him down, number 2. And the third one I usually try to take down is this guy right here I'm shooting right now, these lightning zombies. I think he was called, he might be the swarm leader. Might have been his name. He's usually, out of all the zombies, he's usually the last one standing because he's stronger than all the other zombies. He's got a lot more health than any of the other bosses. Those lightning wizard guys, he really does have more health than all the others. It takes longer to take him down than any other boss. And the other problem is that he'll shoot you from anywhere in the map. I tend to, if I'm playing the towers, infinite towers, I have a strategy. If you want to watch that video that I did, I have a strategy where when I get 6 or more bosses, I get to tower 6 or higher, I will jump down back into the obby. In the infinite towers, the lava does not start to rise until you open the next barricade to the next tower, and then the lava starts to come up. So before then, you could take advantage of the obby. And what I do is I jump down back into the obby, and generally I will use my ice crusher, because the ice crusher can shoot from underneath. I can see this deck that we're running around on here where those bosses are. I can shoot them from underneath with the ice crusher and damage the bosses. So I can attack them safely from down below, just shooting up at them from down below. And I do that pretty much all the time now when I get to 6 or more bosses in the infinite tower mode. It's just one of my strategies also that I do to survive infinite towers. So, and I recommend that too. If you ever go into an infinite tower mode, you'll notice that the lava does not rise. Not really hardly at all. I mean, you can jump down almost down to the very bottom row of the obby to get away from the bosses. And you could do that too if you're taking damage up here. If you decide to stay up here and fight the bosses and you're getting damage, taking a lot of damage, you can just jump down there and just, don't fall on any of the poison bars. You gotta be careful where you jump. But you could go down and just heal back up and then come back up and fight the bosses some more. So now here's where I actually ended up going down, because I started talking. Everyone was talking about the bosses and where they came from, and I wasn't sure where. Oh, I didn't realize somebody was down over there. I didn't realize where or when the different bosses were added to the game. I think, from the way they were talking, it's possible that the game may have started with only the original 4 bosses from Zombie Mayhem, because they're saying that there was a Halloween event where the Scarecrow guy was added, and a Christmas event where the snowman kind of guy was added. And here I was trying to write, said, well, the red one, the green one, the blue one, and the pink one all came from Zombie Mayhem. And in the process of trying to type that, another round started, and I had 3 or 4 zombies on me, and they all hit me at the same time, and I didn't know. I was getting damaged sitting there trying to type my message. I was getting damaged. And I thought that Dev's sitting right up here behind me, but he didn't protect me at all. So here's the zombies. They all hit me right here. So I'm already down to 7%, and I haven't even got started yet. Because the stupid zombies were hitting me, and I wasn't getting any protection. I'd only made it back up when I got 15%, and then I just couldn't stay alive because of all the damage I already had. So I went down. It didn't take much. All it takes is one hit from one of the bosses, and I was down. Or a zombie. So, but anyway, I think that he made up for it by reviving me, bringing me back up. I didn't know he had already got me right here. So this is the final round. We had 10 bosses. And they tend to, if you notice, a lot of times they would tend to group up. And if you get them to group up like this, just get as far away from them as you can to shoot them. Try not to get too close, but also don't get too close to the walls because of the splash damage from what they shoot at you. You can take splash damage off the walls, so be careful of that too. So anyway, this was a fun match. It was, I would say, relatively quick. Now, the things you got to remember is if you go in with multiple players like this, everything gets stronger. Especially the bosses will get a lot stronger if you have multiple players. It's almost like their strength doubles for every player that joins the game. You also get more zombies each round. Each round that starts will have more zombies. You see, it says 115. It started off with 115. Now, if you were here by yourself, more than likely you wouldn't see anything more than 60. At this round 16, I'd be surprised if you even saw 60 zombies. So you get more zombies with more players, and plus all the bosses are stronger. I don't think the zombies themselves are any stronger. You just get more of them. But the bosses do get much stronger when you have multiple players in a game. So just remember that too. If you want to try to get some extreme wins, I just recommend doing it yourself. Or if you just want to get a win, period, go in with some better players like I did here. Let them do all the work. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this particular video. It was a fun one to do. It's always fun when you get to play with friends and other players who are better than you. So anyway, I appreciate you all checking this out, and give a thumbs up if you like it. Share it with friends, or subscribe too if you haven't subscribed already. I'd appreciate that. I'm slowly closing in on 1,000 subscribers. I hope I can get there someday before I die anyway. But anyway, I'm going to cut this off now since we're all done. We're just going to head back to the lobby and chat a little bit. So appreciate you guys checking this out, and catch me in the next one. Thanks. Bye.